Hello, everybody. Welcome to the TV Ramble for January 8th, 2015. A lot has happened, a lot going on. Just want to go ahead and give you the latest overnight numbers that took place last night. Of course, a lot of big TV news, big things that are going on. First of all, here are the overnights. Fox was the number one network overall, and both in with the 18 to 49-year-old age group. They and also total viewers. Total viewers did about 10.4 million viewers, followed by CBS with 8.7, NBC 7.3 million viewers, and ABC with 6.3 million viewers. In the 18 to 49-year-old age group, that matters with advertisers. They did 10 million viewers. Fox followed by ABC with 6, and CBS and NBC finished third, tied for third with 5 million viewers. First, let's see what's coming on tonight on the networks. Taste on ABC, the reality cooking show, another reality show dealing with cooking, whatever. If you enjoy it, nah. Followed by How to Get Away with Murder, of course, getting fans caught up if they have not been caught up already on ABC.com, on their site or whatever site they use. The show has a deal with. You can catch up there until it's season part two of season one makes its debut on January 29th. Also on the networks, on CBS, you have new episodes of The Big Bang Theory, Mom, followed by Two and a Half Men, The McCarthys, and Elementary. My significant other loves Elementary. It is a fun show, an entertaining show that she likes, but of course, when How to Get Away with Murder will come back on, then that show will be pushed off to the side, and How to Get Away with Murder will be back on our radar. So um, that's that. Also, NBC tonight, you have The Biggest Loser, another reality show, as well as Celebrity Apprentice, that old standby reliables for NBC. Continues to do very well for them. Um, Good show, entertaining show. Um, you know, good feel good show, particularly getting people out, moving, healthy. And again, both reliable shows for NBC. Followed by Bad Judge, A to Z, and Parenthood. Of course, the final four episodes are left of that show until it's off into the another universe again. Will the patriarch, Mr. Braverman, live? Will he not? Will he not live? What will happen? And of course, all the lives of their children and their grandchildren and all their personal lives. So it's been a good show. I've seen maybe a couple of episodes here and there. I remember an episode when Michael B. Jordan, the actor, was on. He was the played the boyfriend of one of the older Braverman sons. He played the boyfriend of the older Braverman's daughter, son's daughter. And he was dating dating the daughter. Um, I forgot who's the character name, first name, but Peter Krause, the actor, his daughter was dating on the show was dating Michael B. Jordan's character. So you know I've seen it a few times. Seems like a good show. Obviously based on the movie, so there'll be some interest in there now. And of course, Fox tonight, seed part night number two of their season premiere of American Idol, and that's of course the to me American Idol I think has the right judges and the right formula right now. I mean, everybody likes each other. Everybody gets along. Everybody's enjoying each other. I mean, whatever that went down with the Mariah Carey and Nicki Minaj fiasco, I think that's behind them now. I think they got the right group of judges. Bringing Jennifer Lopez back. Of course, this is her her third turn now. Of course, she left after the first two seasons, whatever, and then she returned. And now you also got Harry Connick Jr. and Keith Urban. I think they get along with each other. I saw it last night. They like each other. They seem to have a lot of deep respect for each other. So, we'll tune in and see that. Also, real quick, the overnights last night. American Idol finished with 11.2 million viewers for their season premiere. The big news, of course, is Empire finished up. They held on to their audience, 10 million viewers for the new show. Of course, the show is created by Lee Daniels, of course, the man behind The Butler, and of course, the director of the Precious film. two Oscar nominated performers and really stood out last night. Taraji P. Henson, of course, um, nominated for The Curious Case of Benjamin Buttons, and of course she was on another show, person that I liked in the first two seasons, Person of Interest, um, as well as she's done several movies over the years, and of course Terrence Howard from the Best Man films. Of course, he was nominated for an Oscar for Hustle and Flow. Um, Very well written, very well done. The character actors on there, who the antagonists or some of the friends who are going to be on the show. Some great character actors, supporting actors in it. Malik Yoba, of course, Gabrielle Sidibe. There's just some top notch talent on that show, and I think Fox really has a good show on his hands, and along with their show Sleepy Hollow, um, and Gotham, and then How to Get Away with Murder, of course, is another show, and even Scorpion. I mean, those are the shows. Scorpion is on CBS. How to Get Away with Murder is on ABC. These are one of these shows that people are going to be talking about. Right, from near the coffee machine, near the water cooler. It's like, hey, did you see last night? Did you see the writing? People are going to be tweeting about. I was messaging a lot of people back and forth about the show. A lot of good comments. People really, really gravitated towards the show. I was hooked within the first 10 minutes of the show. I mean, just that good. And now, they did a preview, a real quick synopsis preview, if you will, at the end of last night's show of what's going to be coming up this season. They're going to have a lot of guest appearances. Of course, Jennifer Hudson is going to be on the show. Cuba Gooding Jr., of course, Naomi Campbell will be on the show. So you're going to see a lot of famous faces, really, really going to give the show really a good edge. And I think if I was running Fox, I'm not, but if I was running Fox, I would make this like a show that you air like right after January, right around this time of year, January, not make it premiere during the fall season, kind of give it that, make it like a 13-week or 20-week whatever episode run from now until May, and then give people time, let them saturate it, let it absorb it in, and then wait until around the same time American Idol comes on, around January or so, and place that show there. And it's one of those shows that it's, one of those water cooler type shows that people are going to be talking about forever. Again, the writing was excellent, very well done. Uh, Great cast. I have high hopes for it. And again, last night they maintained their audience 10 million viewers. Held on to the American Idol audience who watched last night. So I think Fox has a big hit on his hands, and I think a big challenge to the Law and Order franchise, Law and Order, and the Chicago PD, which is pretty much have remained tough and remain vulnerable, very strong. Even SVU, um, for all these many years has been on the air, and it still continues to do very well. And then of course Chicago PD, having that show on at that night really is going to give NBC some competition that evening, as well as CBS. So that's going to be a very big night of TV for a lot of fans. So those are the overnight ratings from last night. Really, not much else. Everybody kind of did what they needed to do, but I think that was probably the big story right there. The American Idol coming back on. Year two of the judges of Harry Connick Jr., Jennifer Lopez, Keith Urban, of course, host Ryan Seacrest, and that whole unit still together, and of course the premiere of Empire, which has gotten a lot of great promotion, promoted during football games, college football games, and whatnot. So just again, I can't say rave enough about it, and I'm looking forward to next Wednesday and watching it again. And if it does stream, hopefully it gets on Netflix or whatever streaming site it will be on. Hopefully it gets on there, and or people can watch it on Fox.com and see it from there. So, um, other than that, not much else. I mean, other TV news that's of any significant importance right now. You you still have, of course, the NFL playoff games have continued to do very well. Of course, the weekly ratings, NBC was number one, obviously thanks both in total viewers and as well as into the 18-49-year-old age group. All helped by, of course, their NFL playoff game, and of course this weekend they don't have a game in prime time. Of course, they'll have the 4:30 game at 4:30 Eastern, 1:30 Pacific, between Ravens and going into Foxborough to play the Patriots. And also, and you have that game. Of course, Fox will have the Carolina Seattle game from Seattle. That should propel them to number one uh, right there. They should pretty much win the night, Saturday. Um, Fox is going to have the Cowboys and the Packers, which I think is also going to do very well. That's the early game on Fox on Sunday, and then CBS has the late game. Peyton Manning at home versus Andrew Luck and the Colts, of course. The guy that basically replaced Peyton. So against his former team. So obviously storylines right there. So it should be a good weekend of NFL playoff games. Obviously the weather, even down here in Mobile, has been very, very cold. Today was dipped in like into the 20s, and I've been inside and just, I didn't have to go to work today, but I'm chilling and enjoying my little thing of beer. Very good. Also, another TV news. Not much else really going on today. I think everything is just, and also looking at this right over here, this little study that came out today of very important interest to me. Study says streaming devices poised to dominate viewing preferences as 7 in 10 TV viewers stream programming. I think, again, we all live busy lives. We're all married, children, everything going on in our lives. It's just, you know, we don't have time to do any much streaming. So, and I think this is the wave of the future right now. If streaming is not it, then I don't know what is. So, look at that story. It's on tvbythenumbers.com. You can read that. So, thank you again for watching and keep watching TV.